Thank you everyone for joining us today, the Light Up the City 2015 campaign. This is the third year that we've done Light Up the City here in Saginaw, but this is the first time that we've actually had somebody that developed a Light Up the City emblem like they did today. So this is a really exciting kickoff to our 2015 Light Up the City campaign. So as I mentioned, this is the third year that we've had Light Up the City here in Saginaw. Light Up the City is a grassroots crime initiative here in Saginaw. It's grassroots because everybody can be involved in this. Businesses, people. It is driven by our neighborhood associations, many who are with us on the planning committee and helping to make sure that this is going to be successful in here. But everybody can participate in Light Up the City. So it is a grassroots crime initiative. A couple of years ago, it started as sort of an idea, and a group of people walked around several neighborhoods in the city. Last year, we made it a larger event. We had a kickoff event, and we had hundreds and hundreds of people involved in Light Up the City last year. I will tell you that this will be our best year ever for Light Up the City. The Light Up the City 2015 campaign will be our biggest and best yet. So without further ado, we have several speakers who would like to talk today. I'm going to start with my right-hand person on the planning committee, State Trooper Joe McMillan.
Good afternoon. Light Up the City is having an impact in Saginaw, a huge impact. Light Up the City is having a huge impact on me. As we've gone through the last couple of years, this being the third year, I've had the opportunity to walk next to some of Saginaw's finest. And I don't just mean the police officers, I mean the citizens. During those opportunities, we've walked around for hours, literally hours each week. On two different occasions last year, each week. 28 times specifically, we did that last year. And during those times, you learn about people. You learn about the stories of the people. And you learn about each person in this city and each person having a story. It's really built a sense of pride in me for what this city is. But that's not all. There's so much more to it. As we walk around, we learn about what's going well in the city. But we also learn about what's not going so well in the city. And we can take action for both. Light Up the City is working. Light Up the City is definitely working in this city. And I'm excited about this year as well. And I would invite you to join me on June 17th. It will be our kickoff, June 17th at Ojibwe Island. We're going to come together, we're going to celebrate this great city. We're going to begin our year of walking or driving. You can come out with us, whether you can walk or not for a few hours. You may also drive. We can loan out one of the oscillating lights for you. Just come out and join us. Come out and get to know us better. Come out and get to know who your police officers are when they're not wearing the uniform. Come out and get to know us. We'd like to get to know you better. So thank you for coming, and we look forward to seeing you on June 17th. And then for the next 7 weeks after that, so 8 weeks total, we'll be walking, one in each quadrant. We're starting in quadrant 3, then 4, and so on. And then we'll be wrapping up this year's Light Up the City campaign on August the 12th for a citywide celebration. It's going to be a great time. So if you would also welcome with me the next three speakers. First, we have Saginaw City Mayor Dennis Browning, followed by State Representative for the 95th District, Vanessa Guerra, and then we will have State Senator for the 32nd District, Senator Ken Horn. Mayor Browning.
Thank you very much, and welcome to the city of Saginaw here. I was asked to comment on some of the good things going on in the city of Saginaw, and that's probably the last thing you want me to talk about, the good things happening in the city of Saginaw, because it's going to take a long time. We have a lot of good things happening here in the city of Saginaw. You know, I think about the city of Saginaw in the recent years as of having won the lottery. Because if you win the lottery, all of a sudden you have a lot more friends than you thought you had. You have a lot more relatives that you didn't really realize, because you come in and won the lottery. And lo and behold, City of Saginaw is so successful that people are now recognizing and taking advantage of that here in the City of Saginaw. The secret's out. The secret's out. This is a great community that we have here. We talk about this as a great community to live, work, and play. Boy, I did that for a long years, talked about that. But I can no longer say Saginaw is just a place to live, work, and play. Because now we've added education. Saginaw is a great place to live, work, learn, and play. With our school districts, with our universities investing in the city of Saginaw. Central Michigan College of Medicine, 2 campuses. Delta College coming in downtown, building a brand new building. Education is a huge part of our community and the success of our community, as well as businesses coming in, people investing in the city of Saginaw. And why is that? It's because of programs just like this, Light Up the City. People coming together to make this community a better place to live, work, learn, and play. We've seen dramatic reductions in crime. We're seeing reductions in public safety in our firefighting runs. Our inspections departments are doing a huge job of making City of Saginaw a better place to live, work, and play. So without going too far into that, I just want to thank you very much. Thank you to all the sponsors who are jumping on board and working with us to make this even a better community. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Browning. My name is Vanessa Guerra, and I'm the state representative for the 95th District, which includes the city of Saginaw, and I'm really excited to be here. I had the opportunity to do 2 of the walks last summer, and it was an amazing event. I mean, it was great, 1, just getting to meet the fellow participants that were walking in these neighborhoods, and 2, it doesn't get better than knocking on someone's door and actually being able to give them something that they can use. And, Trooper McMillan talked about actually being in those neighborhoods, and that was the best part because it was opportunity for the people that lived in those neighborhoods to see that we cared about them and that we were going to get out there and do all that we could. And it was also an opportunity for participants that maybe hadn't been so involved in the city of Saginaw to finally reach back and get involved and show that, it's grassroots efforts like these that are going to define Saginaw. So I love this program, and I was especially excited this year that they engaged the youth by hosting this logo competition because, for me, from a young age, it was instilled in me that the value of civic engagement. And so being able to reach out to the students and encourage them to participate and give back to their community in any way that they can, that's always an amazing effort. And so I was really excited that we have the students here and that they're being engaged and participating and seeing how important it is to be involved in your community. I look forward to seeing Saginaw light up this summer, and I hope that more people will get involved because, it's really easy. You just have to, reach out to Light Up the City, and you'll meet up with a lot of different people, and they'll give you all the supplies and the information that you need, and it's, I can't think of a better way to spend a Wednesday evening. So thank you, and please join us this summer. Thanks.
I'm Ken Horn. And it was some years back, I had the opportunity to talk to former Mayor Joyce Seals, and I asked the question at that time, what would this city look like if 60,000 people bent over just once a day to pick up a piece of paper or to pull a weed out of a sidewalk? Now, the challenge, of course, is to talk to all of those people, and it came down to an issue of leadership. The reason I got involved with Light Up the City and sponsored last year's picnics and our team went out on one of the walks with consumers and with the Saginaw Police and with the troopers is because for the first time I really saw the community coming together and answering that leadership question. And this is sparked really by the good people that work for Consumers Energy, and I've chaired the House Energy Committee and got to know many of my friends at Consumers Energy. But when the Saginaw City Police and when the Michigan State troopers came to us and said, "This is what we want to do. We want to walk around the community, talk to people," and I thought, boy, that is the perfect answer. And now in my position, chairing the Senate Economic Development Committee, I begin to look at everything through the prism of economic development. And what the mayor was beginning to talk about, and what Vanessa followed up with community involvement, was this public-private partnership. Now my heart is always kind of lied with the Chamber of Commerce. Some of my best friends happen to work for the Chamber of Commerce. My wife works as vice president, executive vice president. We do have Bob Venner here, president of the Chamber of Commerce, and the partnerships that have grown for decades through businesses in the city of Saginaw, nonprofit, for-profit. The community activities that are happening, all happen here. And I'm going to continue to encourage my friends and my colleagues in the business world to be involved, to send out teams, to do this, to light up the city, to sponsor, because that is what it brings our community together. And when you begin to see the array of things that businesses look at when they move into a community, there's tax rates and regulatory things and energy policies, but that quality of life, whether it's public safety, things to do, the arts and culture, and how a community responds to issues and problems within a community, those are things that businesses are looking at. And how our great schools and so I would encourage everybody to when you walk into a business in the city of Saginaw, ask them to become involved in this. If it's not this, then something else for certain. But I'm very pleased again to sponsor part of the walks here in the city of Saginaw, and we'll continue to encourage and then always remember that that in the end. And I learned this from Bishop Ken Untner, and I pass this along to Boy Scouts and other tributes that I do. In the end, it's never going to be about the things that we collect in life. It's never going to be about the things that we accomplish, though those things may be great. In the end, we're going to be judged on one very simple thing. It's how we treat each other. And in this program here, this Light Up the City, Saginaw, idealizes that in this community, and I'm grateful to be part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Browning. Thank you, Representative Guerra, and thank you, Senator Horn, for your comments. And now this year we did something for our very first. We talked last year about some way to commemorate the Light Up the City with some sort of drawing, but that didn't quite happen last year. We talked about that again this year, and the idea came up, instead of us coming up with an idea, let's tap into the creative potential of our kids, and we did. And in about a minute, you're going to see the results of the prize winner of the creative potential of our kids. And to start that off and make that announcement, Dr. Kelly Petros is first going to talk about why it is so important that we have kids and schools involved in Light Up the City and this initiative in here. And then I'd like to invite her and our winner to come up and unveil the Light Up the City emblem for 2015. Dr. Petros.
Thank you, Tom. Good afternoon, everyone. It is an exciting time in Saginaw Public Schools, and as Tom said, what would make this, or why is Light Up the City so important for our students? What it does is it allows us to talk about civic responsibility, but it also allows us to talk about education, engaging our students in what's important, which is safety and crime prevention. So it allows us to partner with our community members, which is so critical. Senator Horn talked about, at the end of the day, we're not going to be judged by the things that we do, but it's how we treat each other. And it's about relationship building. Consumers Energy reached out to us, and we were able to partner with them with creating a partnership in developing an activity that engages our students. So his staff, along with our staff, were able to talk about Light Up the City initiative and what it means to our students to get involved, and then to take that home and talk to their parents about this initiative. We're excited. We're planning on having our staff out and involved in these walks to make sure that we're seen, we're known, and we're able to talk about what's happening here in our amazing city. I don't want to belabor this because it is not about me. It is about our student today, and I'd like to invite her up, as well as our assistant principal, Dan DeCuff, from SASA, Saginaw Arts and Science Academy. So if I could have our student come up, which is Hilwa Saleh, who is a 6th grade student at SASA, along with Mr. DeCuff, the assistant principal. And what we'd like to do is unveil the logo for this year. What we have is we'll open it up here so you can see it, but then she will walk away with her own artwork as well to take home. And then it's my understanding it will also be displayed on our t-shirts that everyone will see, as well as the Light Up the City Facebook page and the website. So with that, Mr. DeCuff, would you like to say anything before we reveal it?
Just that we're very proud of Hilwa for her efforts. She's also an outstanding academic student. First semester GPA was 3.793. So she's not only a talented artist, but very extremely.
So with that, we're going to unveil the logo for Light Up the City 2015. So Hilla, on behalf of the Committee for Light Up the City 2015, we'd like to congratulate you and give you a picture of your artwork that is yours to keep, and then we will take this bigger one and put it on display at SASA so that all of your peers in the school can see it. You're welcome.
Now, before you get too far, we have one last thing which created like a little more of an incentive to be very, very creative in this drawing, which I can tell by your artwork you didn't need. But I want to offer a special thanks because we've got a gift for you for being the winner of our 2015 Light Up the City emblem. And this is given to us by the generosity of 2 of our local unions. Today we have Letitia Trevino from the Service Employees International Union, Local 517M. And we also have Vice President Paul Reinsch from the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees. The generosity of these unions, we are going to give you an iPad as a thank you for your work. So thank you very much for creativity and doing this for us. Thank you. So I want to reiterate several of the things that you've heard this afternoon. Number one, you've heard that the Light Up the City is not something that is a closed event. This is an event that's open to everybody. Now, we talk a lot about doing walks in the Light Up the City, as Trooper McMillan alluded to. If you can't walk, drive. We'll figure out a way to get some lights on your car so you can drive around with your car lighting up the city. If you can't walk and you can't drive, sit on your front porch. Consumers Energy will come by and we'll give you energy efficient lights so you can light up your porch and save money while you're doing that. There are many, many opportunities. So if you can't walk, you can drive. If you can't drive, just go on your front porch. We'll give you light bulbs so that you can turn your lights on and save energy at the same time. So I'm really excited to think about this. 2 years ago, we had a few dozen very committed people that did numerous walks in the city. Last year, we had a few hundred people doing 28 walks in the city. This year, I want to see thousands of people doing 8 walks in the city. I want to see thousands of people at the kickoff event on June 17th. I want to see thousands of people at the closing event, which, by the way, will also be United Way's annual campaign kickoff, tied in with our closing event on August 12th. So this is a huge opportunity for our community to get engaged in a crime initiative, to get engaged in a community movement, and to get engaged with each other, as was talked about, to make sure that we all do something for each other by doing something for this city. So I want to say I'm very proud of my company, Consumers Energy, for being so involved in this program. We, along with the Michigan State Police, helped get this started, and our partners have grown ever since. Our partners now include the Michigan State Police, United Way of Saginaw County, the Saginaw City Police, the Saginaw County Chamber of Commerce, and the Saginaw Public School System. We are all behind making this event successful. Consumers Energy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Light Up the City, and here's what presenting sponsor means. We have been and always will be committed to the city of Saginaw. We are committed to the city of Saginaw by investing in the services we provide our customers here in Saginaw, gas and electricity. We are committed to the city of Saginaw by offering grants and foundation grants for some of the good things that people are doing here in the city of Saginaw. We are committed to the city of Saginaw by having volunteers that do a lot of programs like we did just about a month ago, the Walk for Warmth here in the city of Saginaw. And we are committed to Light Up the City as a presenting sponsor. We are committing $25,000 this year and every year of the 2015 campaign to make sure that Light Up the City is not just successful, it is a big deal in the city of Saginaw. It allows a lot of people to get involved in here, and this thing can be a movement in the city of Saginaw. So it's all about us. It's all about this community. It's all about everybody in this room, and it's all about everybody in this room going out there in the streets and meeting with us on Wednesday night. Wednesday nights, turn on the lights, and let's light up this city. I want to thank you all for being here today, and we'll be available for pictures afterwards.